Hello and welcome to ESPN Plus's coverage of the 2022 World Lacrosse Women's World Championship. Pool E play will continue here today as Argentina and the Haudenosaunee face off here at Towson University. Haudenosaunee, the Purple Eagles, have punched their ticket through to the championship bracket. Argentina looking to jockey for position in the consolation bracket. That game coming up right here on ESPN Plus on the other side of this break.
Every player knows the skills you learn on the field can be the foundation for anything you choose to do in life.
Thank you for the sweat, the tears, the pride, and for the celebration we share.
When I reach for a stick, it's like I'm shaking hands with history. Thank you for connecting me to a greater community.
It's more than a game to me. It's a gift to be a positive force in young athletes' lives. And I'm thankful I can help the next generation develop a love for the sport.
When I was his age, those moments on the field meant everything. Thank you for giving us a way to stay connected, even as they get older.
We're growing beyond goals on the field.
And our futures are united.
You give me the opportunity to fuel aspirations
And to ignite potential.
So thank you, lacrosse.
For inspiring me to be me.
We are better,
Safer.
and wiser together.
And we're building a stronger future
For everyone.
It's coming. The world is coming to San Diego. 30 nations, 30 teams. Only one will be crowned world champion. There's nothing like playing for your country. This is the pinnacle of sport. Be here as legacies are forged and history is made.
Hello and welcome back to the 2022 World Lacrosse Women's World Championship. Pool E play getting ready to kick off as we wrap up the pool play segment of the championship. Argentina and the Haudenosaunee getting set to play. You can see number 9, Argentina, Greta White. Last time out for Argentina, a tough 1-goal loss to China. They were led by White's 6 points on 4 goals and 2 assists. One of those situations, if the game was a little bit longer, Argentina could have potentially found that equalizer goal as China able to hold the ball towards the end of the game to go ahead. When Argentina's taken their time on the offensive side of the ball, they've shown they can fill up the goal. When they rush those possessions and try to force the ball inside, they've struggled to establish any sort of rhythm on offense, and that's when they get themselves into some trouble. They need to play their game. They don't need to try to match the intensity of their opponent, and they got to look to Greta White, number 9, to help them set that pace. We'll see her handle the ball quite a bit. She will be in for the draws from time to time as well. We've also seen good play from O'Neill, number 1, on the free position opportunities. Turning now to Haudenosaunee. They are through. They will advance out of pool play into the championship bracket, and if you're going to talk about Haudenosaunee, you got to talk about Taylor Frink. She's the engine. She's the catalyst. She's the team leader in points. The majority of those points are assists. She has 11 points through 3 games, 10 assists, and 1 goal. For their offense, it's going to run through Frink. It's going to be no question. They're going to get her your touches. You think about a LeBron James, you think about a Michael Jordan. Frink's going to get the ball every trip down. She's going to get a touch to try to make something happen on the offensive side. She facilitates everything they do. Haudenosaunee puts 79% of their shots on goal. They force goalies to make saves. You're not going to really force them to shoot anything wide or put the shot off the mark. They are going to make the goalie move. So you think about Argentina's goalie, Alex De Jesus. She's going to have to make saves. She's going to need to be on her game. Otherwise, it's going to be a long day. Taylor Frink, Albany player, a All-American as well in the NCAAs. And when you talk about this offense, again, it starts and stops stops with Taylor Frink, but they certainly have plenty of talent to go around. Maya Scanlon, 9 goals, 1 assist, 14 draw controls. Jimerson, 3 goals, 9 assists. Winterjock, 6 goals. You know, there's really no lack of production for this Haudenosaunee team. And for Argentina, they're going to want to stay in their lanes, don't get sucked in. There's going to be a lot of ball movement today. They have to pay attention, stay in front of their mark. Don't get beat, no one behind you. Otherwise, Haudenosaunee's going to run away here real easy. Again, Haudenosaunee has advanced into the championship bracket. They are one of the top 2 teams in Pool E, along with Japan, who went undefeated through pool play. Taking a look at Pool E and its standings, Japan sits atop 3-0. Haudenosaunee 2-1, China 2-2, Switzerland 1-2, and at the bottom Argentina 0-3, making their debut this championship. This is their first appearance in the World Championship here at Towson, Maryland, on the campus of Towson University. We are just about set for the opening draw. Goalkeepers today for Argentina, it's Alex De Jesus. For Haudenosaunee, it is Paige Crandall. Get set for the opening draw. And we are underway. Ball is up, hits the turf, and immediately picked up by Scanlon. Moved quickly up to Jimerson, and Haudenosaunee wasting no time as they set up on offense. Pass in front, caught, and a goal. Maya Scanlon kicks it off, the assist from Jimerson, and Haudenosaunee leads 1-0 with 14.5 to go in the first. And this Haudenosaunee team can strike fast and strike often. Draw controls will be huge. Every ground ball will be huge, and that's why I was stressing as well for Argentina need to take their time on offense. Don't try to rush your possession. Be patient, because the longer you have the ball, the longer Haudenosaunee doesn't have the ball, and it's hard to score when you don't have the ball. So again, Scanlon starts us off here with the goal. Assist from Jimerson. That is Scanlon's 10th goal of the tournament. On the draw, hits the turf, and again it's Scanlon coming away with it. Lob to Jimerson off the mark. Picked back up by Jimerson, far goal line extended. Here's Frink's first touch. Pass in front, Scanlon again. 2-0 Haudenosaunee. This time, the assist goes to Frink. That's her 11th assist of the season, or of the tournament. 13:28 to go, and it's a 2-0 lead for the Haudenosaunee. 2 goals today now so far for Scanlon quickly. Earlier on this field, Dowd of Ireland scored the first 6 goals for Ireland in their game today against Austria. In fact, at the quarter break, it was 6-1, and you could say it's 6-1 Ireland, but it was really 6-1 Dowd. White and Scanlon get set once more for the draw. Ball's back up. And this time White able to pull it in for Argentina, and Argentina will set up for the first time today. Pass up top to Michael. Work around, Melgarejo. O'Neill reverses back to Melgarejo. Melgarejo looks things over. Not a lot of off-ball movement so far. He just had O'Neill run from the far side to the near side, but they're going to need more as they work it now behind the net. Far goal line extended is Gross, looking for space. Pass is picked off by the goalie Crandall. And Haudenosaunee the other way. And then there's a good job by Oviedo to get her stick on the outlet pass. Pass over the head of Michael. She can't pick it up cleanly. Heard footsteps. Now some trouble with it for her. She's sandwiched. It's going to be a foul against the Purple Eagles, and it'll be Argentina ball. O'Neal pass up top. O'Neal looks things over, sends it back into the corner. Oviedo wanted to go to White, was cut off. Gets a screen now from White. Oviedo wrapping around. Back to White behind the cage. Near goal line extended. White looks to go to work. Stutter step. Slide comes in. Picked up. White chased back towards the restraining line. Gives to O'Neal. O'Neal drifting. Cuts to her right. Looks for space. Fires a shot. Crandall sees it all the way. The other way now is Trice. Hits the brakes. Will reverse and throws back to the goalkeeper Crandall to lead the break. And now here's a long outlet pass. Looked all the way in. That was Garlow, and Garlow sends a long pass up to Jimerson. That's Frink. And a tough pass there, but it's able to be Scanlon's pickup on the near goal line extended. Frink, and they'll reset. Here's Garlow. This is Garlow's first appearance with international play with the senior team. Pass up top. Lazor. Jimerson, low shot, rings off the post. Rebound comes all the way out, still loose, and finally picked up by Peñalosa. Peñalosa lobs it at midfield. Oviedo's there for it. Push further up. Michael, White wants it, she had a step. Michael, they'll bring her back out to the far sideline following the foul. O'Neal gets the pass on the restart. White looking for space. Lob in middle. O'Neal spin, shoots off the crossbar. Trice with it, she's fouled. It has to bring the ball back. 8:40 to go in the opener. Haudenosaunee leads 2-0 early. Pass to the far side. Minard pushed up to Timia Bomberry. Bomberry looking for space. Sends it into the middle. Cook. And now a jump shot and a goal. It's Taylor Frink, a rare Taylor Frink goal, as that's just her second goal of the tournament. Usually does the passing, and it's 3-0 Haudenosaunee here in the first quarter with 8 minutes to go. Assist from Cook.
Haudenosaunee goal, number 3, Taylor Frink, with an assist by number 21, Paisley Cook.
Frink up to 14 points in tournament play in the pool play so far. 12 assists, 2 goals now. Is the point leader for Haudenosaunee. Gets set for the draw. Not high enough, and they're going to say a violation against Michael, and they're going to hand it to Haudenosaunee. Cook has it in her stick. We get ready for the restart. Cook from midfield starts forward. Gets by one and brings it into the attacking end. Pass inside. Bomberry, a shot and a goal. That's Timia Bomberry. It's 4-0 Haudenosaunee with 6:44 to go. Assist from Paisley Cook.
Haudenosaunee goal, number 17, Timea Bomberry. With
For
an assist
Bomberry.
by number 21, Paisley Cook.
That is her first goal of the tournament. As also the first assist for Paisley Cook. Here are the Argentina supporters trying to get their squad into it. Draw control for Gross. Argentina tries. They've had some good looks. There are a couple of misfortunes. One shot ringing right off the crossbar. They had Crendel beat. Gross on the far side, sends it far goal line, extended to Oviedo. Centered behind the goal now. Michael on the far side. Drifting to her left, ball pops out. A little bit of pressure from Bomberry, who had the most recent goal. Michael trying to drive. Fakes the flip, double teamed, ball's out on the turf, still loose, picked up by Fawn Porter. Porter leads the break. Haudenosaunee with numbers for the moment. Here's Frink. Frink, bounce pass, shot, goal! That's Ivy Santana. Finishes the pretty assist from Taylor Frink. 5-0 Haudenosaunee with 4:40 to go.
Haudenosaunee goal, number 1, Ivy Santana, with an assist by number 3, Taylor Frink.
Taylor Frink, what an assist. In a transition situation, bounces it right in front of the crease to Santana, and Santana, make sure you want to finish a pretty assist like that, finds the back of the net to extend the lead to 5-0. Michael and Cook on the draw. Another draw control for Argentina. They've done well here of late in the draws. They've got to turn it into goals now. Recobaron. Out to the far side, Michael. Or Oviedo, excuse me. Oviedo looking for space. Stops behind the net. Takes it back far goal line extended, sends it back up top. Michael with it now. Directing traffic, sends Otero away. Michael starts forward around the screen, far goal line extended, escorted out wide behind the net. Michael still wrapping around, has a look, shoots and scores! Good individual effort by Sophia Michael. Worked from the top of the arc all the way around the far side. Nice fake, opened up some room as she wrapped around and able to go near corner for the first Argentina goal. 2:47 to go. 5-1 the score. Haudenosaunee lead. Argentina's had the last 3 draw controls. Ball's down. And Scanlon able to scoop it up. Sends it now up the field. Finds Garlow. Garlow, fake spin, comes back now to the near side. Sends it behind the net to Santana. Pass off the mark intended for Jock. We're gonna have a foul against Argentina, and they'll give it to Jock now. bring her back a few steps as we get ready for the restart. It was a little push going for that ground ball. Lazor, pass not looked in, picked up by Trice. Scanlon, flip, pass back to Scanlon. Scanlon shoots and scores. It's 6-1 with 1:12 to go. As Haudenosaunee keeps it trucking. They answer back from the Argentina goal.
Number 2,
Assist goes to Jock.
By number 12, Winter Jock.
That is Scanlon's third of the game. She's got a hat trick already here in the first quarter. Set now for the draw.
30 seconds, red flag.
30 seconds to go in the quarter. White, the draw control, quickly works up the field. Argentina, double team comes. Argentina would love a goal here before the break. White able to evade the double team. White still moving. White working to the far side, shoots, saved by Crandall. Under 10 seconds to go, Crandall will just clear it out of danger. Able to find Scanlon up the field. Push up to Jimerson. Jimerson shoots, it's off the mark, and the horn had sounded. And we are headed to the second quarter. After one quarter of play, Haudenosaunee leads 6-1 over Argentina here in pool play of the 2022 World Lacrosse Women's Championship.
Oh, you're doing it wrong, man.
What's wrong with action figures?
Nothing, except buying them without Capital One Shopping.
What's that, Samuel, Mr. L. Jackson?
Capital One Shopping instantly searches for available coupon codes and automatically applies them. Just download it to your computer.
Whoa, you're my hero.
Yeah, I can tell.
You like it?
I look good in miniature. Capital One Shopping. It's kind of genius.
What's in your wallet?
I don't say it like that, Devin.
Once I did tell my story, the whole world knew about it. It's beyond me. It's beyond sports.
We're still fighting for equality. We're still fighting for respect.
We really pioneered the beginning of female esports.
That is the sisterhood with a capital S.
They just felt like we get a chance to play something that we've always wanted to play.
It's all about making the path as clear as possible so that way women can thrive.
Jake Gyllenhaal here just did a new workout only famous people know about. Now he's refueling with some eggs from plants. So while you're just discovering Pilates, celebrities like my man Jake are doing underwater jujitsu or something like that and crushing plant-based protein to stay in superstar shape. Oh look, it's time for his galactic Robo Night training. Those sexiest man awards don't win themselves, baby. Just egg. Really good eggs.
When there's a truck accident, the one question everyone has is, why did this happen? When someone is hurt by a truck, Colombo Law is the law firm people call to get answers. Hurt by a truck? Call Colombo Law.
Honda is the most fuel-efficient automaker in America. That means you get more miles per gallon with Honda. Save at the pump with up to 40 mpgs for Honda cars and SUVs. Search your local Honda dealer today.
MLS Heineken Rivalry Week is on ESPN. LAFC versus LA Galaxy. Rival over everything. Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern on ESPN.
Welcome back. You're watching the 2022 World Lacrosse Women's Championship here on ESPN Plus, taking place on the campus of Towson University, home of the Towson University Tigers. 6-1, and it's been all Haudenosaunee through one quarter of play. Running down the scoring for them, Maya Scanlon with a hat trick already. Santana, Frink, Timea Bomberry, each with 1 goal. Taylor Frink has tacked on 2 assists as well, as she's seeing the field early and seeing it really well. As we get set for Argentina, they've had a couple good looks, couple of shots off the post. They've done well on the draws as well. As we get set to resume play, Scanlon and White to take the draw. Ball's up. Bounces towards the near sideline. Easy pickup there for Scanlon. Push up to Jock. Jock. Flip over to Garlow. Frink. Jimerson behind the net. Lazor now as Haudenosaunee circles around, looks for the opportunity. Scanlon. Garlow inside. Jock sends a rocket right over the crossbar. Frink will collect it and restart. Frink drifting behind the net. Switches hands, throws a long pass through traffic, doesn't find its target. And Oviedo reaching over too early to pick up the ball. Stays with the Haudenosaunee. Official trying to get everyone set. Throw back into Scanlon. Frink in the far corner. Jimerson pass in front. Garlow buries it home. It's 7-1 Haudenosaunee. 13:25 to play in the second. Haudenosaunee getting everyone involved now. Garlow assist from Jimerson as they're starting to fill up the goal column with newer and newer scores. Jimerson now 2 assists in the game for her. Rest of the Haudenosaunee helpers, 2 of them from Cook, 1 from Jock. So we'll get set for the draw. Cook to take the draw. Haudenosaunee's done a good job actually evening things back up on the draw. Argentina had a slight edge there earlier. Cook picks it up, throws back over to Minard. Lob up the field. Trice trying to get rid of it and does. High pass pulled in by Bomberry, and now it's loose on the ground. Still loose. Scramble for it, still loose. Coming away out of the scrum is Gross, but now she's knocked to the ground. It will be Argentina ball. And what Gross has done a lot of the scrappy plays here for Argentina. She comes away with a lot of ground balls throughout this tournament. It's been reliable for them. She's been steady all the way through. Oviedo, far goal line extended. Working against Trice. They're actually going to blow the whistle now against Trice for a little bit of a push. Oviedo on the restart. Keeping it in her stick. Pass out to the far side. Gross looking to drive. And ball is out and taken away. Barely on the ground, and Crandall comes away with it. It was Porter on the turnover for Haudenosaunee. Now a long pass off the mark, picked back up by Otero. Stuck, and then they're going to get Jimerson for the push. Couldn't stop herself in time and runs into Otero. Seal Galera throws back Peñalosa, and she is fouled by Miller. Crowd getting back into it in favor of Argentina, trying to will them to a goal. Here's Michael. Near side Otero. Argentina reverses. Gross. Izturis. Near side now. Otero spins to her left. Has a little bit of space. Lob back outside to Izturis. Izturis goes inside looking for space, and she'll draw the whistle. Shooting space called. Izturis with a free position. It'll be our first free position of the game. Izturis looks in at Crandall. Started forward, backs up, throws it out to Otero on the near side. Otero takes it up top. Marked tight by Garlow. Throw back to Michael. Michael driving, jump shot, knocked to the ground. A push called. Free position coming. Call it against Trice. So Michael with a free position opportunity here now. Michael on the right side looking in. Takes it out, goal line extended. Onto the far side, wants to get rid of it. Ball's out. That's not how she wanted to get rid of it. Picked up by Trice. Trice loses it in transition, taken away by Peñalosa. Now she loses it. Ball rolling in front of the Haudenosaunee bench. No one to it yet. And another push on the Haudenosaunee. Give it to Argentina. Good job by Peñalosa in the ride. Michael on the far sideline now. Working around, up top to Izturis. Otero. Near goal line extended, now works her way behind the net. Sent over to Gross. Gross looking things over. Marked tight by Bomberry. Pass inside, Michael. Couple of fakes and she finishes. 7-2. As Argentina gets one back with just over 7 minutes to go. That is Sophia Michael's second goal of the day. She's got both Argentina goals.
Argentina goal, number 22, Sophia Mikel, with an assist.
Good job there on the doorstep right in front of the goalkeeper to throw a couple of fakes, make her commit to a spot. And Michael able to go low to finish it. White will take the draw for Argentina. Scanlon back in for Haudenosaunee. 6.5 minutes to go in the second. Set for the draw. Ball's up. Picked up by Jock. Jock. Defender falls. Throw up top to Lazor. Across the field to Miller. Jimerson behind the net. Flip back to Jock. Reverse to Miller inside. Miller draws the shooting space. Free position coming. First of the evening for Haudenosaunee. Miller looks straight in. Goes forward. Shoots. Knocked away by De Jesus. Or actually, they've made the change in goal. I missed it. It is Candela Silgueira in goal now. So a big save. She was their day one starter, started against Japan. Picked up a little bit of an injury, and she's kind of been in and out the last few games. She was playing well against Japan to start things off and had things close. Silgueira, rough pass, it's short, and now she's got to scramble back into her crease. As it's still loose, Peñalosa's there for it, can't get it into her stick, and it's going to be picked up by Haudenosaunee. Lazor. Behind the net now goes Jimerson. Up top, Santana. Tries to drive in from the near side. Pass, shot. And it's saved again, Silgueira. And now another bad pass, and the ball's loose. Silgueira out of her crease, has to get back. Picked up by Santana. Miller. Jock and Miller play catch. They'll include Santana now as they start to work it around to the near side. Jimerson, high pass out to Jock. Back low to Jimerson. Jimerson, Santana, near side. Inside now, a shot, goal, Winter Jock. 8-2 with 3:53 to go. As Haudenosaunee responds to the Argentina goal, and that last few moments there, that passing, you saw a great job by Haudenosaunee spreading out Argentina's defense. A little undisciplined there, getting sucked in and sucked back out as they just threw it from behind the net and then back outside. And eventually it opened up the cutting lanes.
Haudenosaunee goal, number 12.
So Jock, the goal scorer, assist will go to Lois Garlow.
Lois Garlow.
Just over 3 minutes left to go in the half. Scanlon and Michael to take the draw. Redo the draw. They're going to call a violation against Argentina. It'll be Haudenosaunee ball. Scanlon up to Lazor. Frink back into the game. Takes it behind the net. Sent out to Miller. Jock now. Lazor. Back behind the cage to Frink. Miller on the far side. Jock. Garlow sends it back to Frink now. Frink just above near goal line extended, now turns back for behind the goal. Pass to Garlow. Garlow draws the shooting space as White slid in front. Garlow is winding up. Free position coming now for Lois Garlow. Garlow lets it fly. Kicked away. Ball loose. Out into the stick of Melgarejo, and now Argentina on the break with White. White quickly up the field with speed. White running stride for stride. Has to peel back now, was looking for help. And a foul against Santana, and it'll be a free position coming for Silgueira. Straight in, looking at Crandall. Passes, near side O'Neal. Sent behind the White, couldn't look it in, rolling towards the end line. White able to save it, but now she's got some company, and it does end up going out of bounds. It'll be Haudenosaunee ball. Crandall, deep pass. Finds Garlow at midfield. And then a touch pass to Jock. Miller. Down low, Scanlon. Good slide over by Escudero.
30 seconds, red flag on the field.
30 seconds to go in the second. Scanlon, as we get set here on the free position, shoots, it's wide. Frink on the restart now. Frink looks things over, fakes the pass, she still has it. Frink wrapping around, wants to get rid of it, now goes forward, Frink in on goal, shoot, scores. Frink again. Extends the Haudenosaunee lead to 9-2 with 9 seconds to go. Individual effort there by Taylor Frink, unassisted. 9 seconds to play in the half, and Frink does such a good job of keeping her eyes up, able to kind of use her eyes almost as a juke, as a fake. Draws defenders away thinking she's going to pass. She has that reputation as a passer, obviously, and able to open up her own lane to drive through. Scanlon and Michael to take the draw. Ball bounces towards the Argentina side. Jock couldn't pick it up cleanly, it's still loose. Just a few seconds remaining, and that'll do it for the opening half of play. And after this opening half, Haudenosaunee in the driver's seat. They lead Argentina 9-2. You're watching the 2022 World Lacrosse Women's Championship here on ESPN+.
Yo, do you know? I've seen it all before. This goes Tiger, just as sharp with a bending knee. My main man, Money the King. There ain't nothing I ain't seen.
Okay, old school. Have you seen someone ball like John Morant? No, you can't. You've never seen anyone like a thing. The point guard Queen, Scott, or Chloe Kim. Do you know there's never been anyone else like them? Look, OG, no disrespect. I know you think you've seen everything, but you ain't seen nothing yet. Checkmate.
Every player knows the skills you learn on the field can be the foundation for anything you choose to do in life.
Thank you for the sweat, the tears, the pride, and for the celebration we share.
When I reach for a stick, it's like I'm shaking hands with history. Thank you for connecting me to a greater community.
It's more than a game to me. It's a gift to be a positive force in young athletes' lives. And I'm thankful I can help the next generation develop a love for the sport.
When I was his age, those moments on the field meant everything. Thank you for giving us a way to stay connected, even as they get older.
We're growing beyond goals on the field.
And our futures are united.
Would you give me the opportunity to fuel aspirations
and to ignite potential?
So thank you, lacrosse.
For inspiring me to be me.
We are better,
safer,
and wiser together.
And we're building a stronger future
for everyone.
Welcome back. You're watching the 2022 World Lacrosse Women's Championship here at halftime between Argentina and Haudenosaunee, and you see the score 9-2 in favor of the Purple Eagles, out shooting Argentina 15-8. They've put 11 of those 15 shots on goal. Argentina shooting with high efficiency. They're making Crandall make saves. 7 of their 8 shots on goal. Haudenosaunee Crandall 5 saves, and Sila Galera, who's entered the game with 2 saves so far for her. Draw controls. At first, Argentina had the edge in that department, and then Haudenosaunee over the last quarter pulls away there 8-4. Teams even on the ground balls. Credit Gross, Sophia Gross, for Argentina. She has really moved well and gotten to some loose balls. Peñalosa as well, as they are trying to hold off as much as they can this Haudenosaunee attack. Turnovers, Argentina 6 of them. Haudenosaunee 4 turnovers for them. Calls turnovers-wise, Argentina's caused 1, Haudenosaunee's caused 4 of those turnovers as well. Quick rundown of the scoring. Sophia Michael has 2 goals for Argentina, and one was assisted by Oviedo. For Haudenosaunee, Scanlon had a first quarter hat trick. Taylor Frink with 2 goals and 2 assists. Ivy Santana with 1 goal. Winter Jock with a goal and an assist. Timia Bomberry with a goal. Lois Garlow with a goal and assist. Jalen Jimerson with 2 assists, and Paisley Cook with 2 assists as well. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll talk about that first half. Here on ESPN Plus, you're watching the 2022 World Lacrosse Women's Championship.
With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than this.
I'll take Barkley.
Yes, I still got it. I told her she'd pick me first.
Yep, even easier than that. With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, is it even a decision? That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Well, look who it is. The Serena Williams, having her some breakfast. You don't think the goat eats regular eggs? Nope. Her eggs are made from plants. Because she has nutritionists, scientists, trainers, and whatever this guy does, very interesting. Curating her protein intake so she stays fueled for superhuman performance.
Ça va bien?
And she speaks French.
Moi, je prends un petit déjeuner.
Plant-based eggs for Madame Le Goat. Just egg. Really good eggs.
When you're healthy, you're ready for anything. Amazon Halo. Improve your fitness, nutrition, sleep, and more.
Want a new Honda with 1.9% financing? Truckloads of Honda cars and SUVs are arriving daily. Pick the model, color, and equipment and get financing from 1.9% at your local Honda dealer today.
When there's a truck accident, the one question everyone has is, why did this happen? When someone is hurt by a truck, Colombo Law is the law firm people call to get answers. Hurt by a truck? Call Colombo Law.
MLS Heineken Rivalry Week is on ESPN. LAFC versus LA Galaxy. Rival over everything. Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern on ESPN.
Welcome back to the 2002 World Lacrosse Women's World Championship here at Towson, Maryland. Pool E standings, you see them on your screen. Japan, they will go 3-0 so far as they are atop, and Haudenosaunee 2-1 at the moment. Those two teams have locked up berths to the championship bracket, and now for Argentina trying to just jockey for position in that platinum bracket, in the consolation bracket. And that is where we are at right now. Again, Japan and Haudenosaunee are through into the championship bracket. We'll take another break, come back, talk about that first half here on ESPN+.
Every player knows the skills you learn on the field can be the foundation for anything you choose to do in life.
Thank you for the sweat, the tears, the pride, and for the celebration we share.
When I reach for a stick, it's like I'm shaking hands with history. Thank you for connecting me to a greater community.
It's more than a game to me. It's a gift to be a positive force in young athletes' lives. And I'm thankful I can help the next generation develop a love for the sport.
When I was his age, those moments on the field meant everything. Thank you for giving us a way to stay connected, even as they get older.
We're growing beyond goals on the field.
And our futures are united.
Would you give me the opportunity to fuel aspirations
and to ignite potential?
So thank you, lacrosse.
For inspiring me to be me.
We are better,
Safer,
and wiser together.
and we're building a stronger future
For everyone.
It's coming. The world is coming to San Diego. 30 nations, 30 teams. Only one will be crowned world champion. There's nothing like playing for your country. This is the pinnacle of sport. Be here as legacies are forged and history is made.
Welcome back to the 2022 World Lacrosse Women's World Championship here on ESPN+. That is a look at Taylor Frink, who has led the way so far for Haudenosaunee in this one against Argentina. Frink with 2 goals and 2 assists so far in that first half of play. And what we've seen from Haudenosaunee is a great ability to move the ball. That most recent goal scored a moment ago, or at the end of the second to last goal, scored by Winter Jock with the assist to Garlow. Haudenosaunee threw about 3 or 4 passes from the behind of the net all the way up top and back and forth, and they were moving that Argentine defense back and forth, and eventually it just broke down, and Jock able to drive through for the goal. So a great ball movement display by Haudenosaunee as we get set for the draw. Cook taking the draw against Michael. Ball goes toward the far sideline, loose, and picking it up is Torres. And this is an area that Argentina had done well in initially in this game on those draws, and they'll need more of those. Melgarejo moves to Michael up top. She's got the 2 Argentina goals under her belt. Michael drifting back left. Michael spins back, nice move, looking for space. Slide comes, still driving is Michael, ball's out. They're gonna call a little bit of a hook there on Haudenosaunee. Free position coming for Michael. Argentina yet to take a shot on a free position. They've passed out of each one they've had, but here comes Michael, and she dropped her stick down low and lost the ball as she was trying to avoid defenders. Taken away by Haudenosaunee, lobbed up to Miller. Haudenosaunee with numbers for the moment. Miller driving forward, keeping it herself, now peels back. Pass out to Garlow. Garlow throws over to Jock as everyone gets on personnel-wise. Cook, flip to Jock, now a flip to Miller. Miller, right down the middle is Garlow, off the post. Comes out to Santana. Pass to Miller. Miller trying to drive. Back to the net. Pass away from Cook. And they're going to call Rekaberen for a little bit of a push as the ball rolled out. Jock waiting for the go-ahead on the restart. Flip to Cook. Cook back to Jock now. Down the near side, goes down the middle. Jock in on goal, and a whistle comes in. Free position coming for Winter Jock. Jock loading up, looks like she's gonna let it fly. She does, it's wide. Backed up by Frink.
Number 22, Jackie Spindler. Number 23, Anna Uman. Number 25, Francisca Fitzy.
Frink, far goal line extended. Lob, shot, goal, scored. Taylor Frink scores it. Extends the lead now for Haudenosaunee. 11:40 to go, it's 10-2. Frink, the assist from Santana.
Haudenosaunee goal, number 3, Taylor Frink.
Frink has a hat trick now.
Ivy
Santana adds on an assist to her goal as Haudenosaunee keeps on firing away. Michael and Cook will take the draw. Actually, Michael will head out, and here comes White. White and Cook get set. Ball rolling towards the near sideline. Picked up by Jock. Jock sends it up to Santana. Santana keeps it pushing up to Frink. Frink takes it to the far side. Lob in front, wide open. Garlow shoots and scores. It's 11-2. 10:20 to play in the third. Taylor Frink gets involved in back-to-back goals this time as the assister, the point leader for Haudenosaunee. Finding Garlow, and for Garlow, that is Garlow's second goal of the day. 3 assists now for Taylor Frink to match her hat trick. Getting set now on the draw. White in there again against Scanlon this time. Ball down, picked up by Porter. Scanlon now shuffles forward as the ball's on the ground. And a free position coming for Scanlon. Scanlon with a hat trick so far today. They get everyone set. It's a hard-fought draw, that last one, and Scanlon will just throw it out into the corner. Jimerson. Jimerson, here's Miller. And shooting space for Miller now coming on the far side, looking in at Silgaera. Miller, pass, shot, goal scored. That was Fawn Porter. She's got her first goal of the evening. Make it 12-2 with just over 8 minutes to go in the third. And a timeout called by Argentina. They try to circle the wagons and find a solution here as Haudenosaunee has come out firing here in the third quarter. 3 straight goals, the first by Frink, then Garlow, then Porter now. So they've extended that lead up to 10. Just over 8 minutes to go in the quarter, and if you're Argentina, I think you kind of start thinking about that Japan game that opened up your tournament. And you have to just stay disciplined in your assignment. Don't try to chase the ball around, because we've seen Haudenosaunee can throw it around easily, and if you start chasing the ball, you're going to leave your assignment, you're going to lose track of your assignment, and that's how we saw Garlow score 2 goals ago. She was wide open in front of the net, no one near her. And it was by way of a lot of passing, a lot of good ball movement from Haudenosaunee. If you're Haudenosaunee, this is good work, getting in a lot of good rhythm here for building into the tournament bracket or the championship bracket here as we get ready to switch gears moving forward. And head coach Elizabeth Bevel has to be happy with the way her team has played as they get ready for their first championship bracket game. As we make our way back out onto the field following the Argentina timeout. Getting set for the draw now, Scanlon and White. Ball's up. We'll redo it again. Ball didn't get over the shoulder. So Scanlon and White toe the line once more. False start called on Scanlon. It'll be Argentina ball. White moves forward, pass up to Michael. Recaberin behind the net now to Vieto. Worked over to O'Neal onto the far side. Here the Argentina crowd refusing to let their team out of it. O'Neal goes forward, shoots, it's high. Whistle comes in though right before the shot. A free position coming for O'Neal. O'Neal goes forward, check from behind, but another whistle and we'll do it again. O'Neal, once more, she's the leading goal scorer for Argentina. 7 goals for her. She shoots, got clipped, ball goes high. Recaberin over to Vieto. Vieto around a screen from Michael. Near goal line extended, gives now to Michael. Just over 6 minutes to play here in the third. Michael spins back on goal, fakes high, now was too wide, couldn't shoot it. Keeps it herself, faked the pass. Michael still just keeping it herself. And eventually draws a foul and will have a free position. So Michael looks in, has both Argentina goals today. Peels out. Keep it herself. Sent over to Rekha Barron. Vieto behind the net. O'Neal on the far sideline. White now drifts behind the net, takes it back out far, goal line extended. White spins back, looking for space. White in on goal, in front, shoots, ball popped out before the shot. And then a foul on White. Haudenosaunee with it. Haudenosaunee the other way. Pass. Jimerson in on goal, shoots and scores. It's 13-2 with 4.5 to go. And for Jimerson, that is her first of the day. Entered play with 3 goals, has 9 assists as well through pool play. And re-extends the lead even further now, 13-2. Take a look around the scoreboard from today's play. New Zealand defeats Hong Kong, China 10-8. Czech Republic beats Sweden 19-5. Mexico over Colombia 15-4. Ireland over Austria 14-10. Norway edges out Korea Republic 8-7. Wales defeats Latvia to secure a spot in the championship bracket 15-7. Israel over Netherlands 9-5. Germany over Jamaica 15-4. And a few moments ago, the United States defeats England 15-9. So happy 4th of July as we restart. Another draw control for Argentina, just haven't been able to convert them to goals. Izturis in on goal. Peels back out now. Rekha Barron behind the net. Vieto looking things over. Pass on the ground, picked up, and a crease violation by Argentina's Izturis. Miller wants to work forward, will lob it into space, bounces its way to Garlow. Garlow pushes up to Cook. Cook looking for Jimerson, couldn't catch it cleanly, but she does maintain possession. Jimerson now in front, a lob. Over the shoulder shot from Scanlon is wide. It'll stay with Haudenosaunee as it's picked up in the corner there by Jimerson. Miller. Jock looks to move forward. Inside, Scanlon by herself, bounces wide. Jimerson on the restart. Gets it over to Cook. Flip to Garlow. Garlow. Jock didn't catch it cleanly, turns back and picks it up. Now to Miller. Garlow as they weave up top, ball's loose. Picked up by Izturis. Izturis in traffic and was between 3 Haudenosaunee players and eventually got fouled. Minute 20 to go in the third. Izturis. Gross. Ignores the contact, keeps pushing. Gross taking a lot of contact. No call. Santana was draped all over her. Michael on the far side. Checked, ball's out. Dislodged by Gill and picked up by Santana. Santana up to Jimerson. Jimerson up to Scanlon. Scanlon all alone, has to track it down, in on goal. Scanlon shoots and scores. 14-2
30 seconds.
with
Red flag
28
on the field.
seconds to go in the third. Scanlon able to get behind the defense in transition and had Seal Guerra all to herself, one-on-one. That's a tough spot for any goalie.
Haudenosaunee goal, number 2.
14-2, Scanlon now.
With an assist by number 4, Jalen
4 goals
Jefferson.
for number 4. Getting set for the draw, Michael in for Argentina. Santana in for Haudenosaunee. Ball is out, picked up by Santana. Quickly back to Scanlon. Scanlon pass over. Garlow fires a score. Haudenosaunee firing away with 14 seconds to go. They've extended the lead again. As this time working quickly off the draw. They work it down. Quick ball movement. They find Garlow in space, and she shoots and scores. It's 15-2. The assist goes to Scanlon. Garlow with a hat trick now. Scanlon's first assist. .14 seconds to go here in the third. Ball's down. And a push called on Michael as Santana knocked down. Santana throw up to Jock. And they'll want her to restart one more time. Deep pass. On the ground, picked up by Peñalosa, and that'll be the end of the quarter. And after 3, Haudenosaunee in the driver's seat, 15-2 with 1 more to go. You're watching the 2022 World Lacrosse Women's Championship here on ESPN+.
After 3 quarters of play.
With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than this.
I'll take Barkley.
Yes, I still got it. I told her she picked me first.
Yep, even easier than that. With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, is it even a decision? That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
If Mark, Mr. Cartoon Machado, didn't have the fighting spirit to draw out his passion, he never would have turned chrome into a canvas. If he let a lack of tools stop him, he never would have started tattooing using a homemade machine. And if he listened to those who said you need an art degree, he never would have perfected the street look that made him a street legend. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit.
When you're healthy, you're ready for anything. Amazon Halo. Improve your fitness, nutrition, sleep, and more.
I was sitting at a red light, and I don't remember nothing else till I woke up in the hospital. My name's Carl, and I was injured by a tractor and trailer.
Carl was paralyzed from the waist down because a truck driver wasn't paying attention.
If it wasn't for Dina, I wouldn't have my truck. I wouldn't have my track chair. She just took care of everything that had to be done.
That's what makes us different, and that's why people call Colombo Law. Hurt by a truck? Call Colombo Law.
I don't know what I'd do if it wasn't for Dina.
Now's the time to invest with the best. Honda cars have been awarded with the best resale value. This means Hondas retain their value better than 95% of other models. And you get more for your Honda trade-in. Buying a Honda could be better than investing in stocks or gold. Search your local Honda dealer today.
Applebee's late night, because half off is just more fun. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
And welcome back to the 2022 Women's World Lacrosse Championship. A look at some Japan supporters as they are playing on the field next door to us, and they are happy as their team 3-0 at the top of this pool. Japan currently leads Switzerland 3-0, but over here, next to Tiger Field, Haudenosaunee looks to wrap up. They lead 15-2 at the start of the fourth quarter. And as information has become more available, we now know the opponent for Haudenosaunee. Tomorrow at noon, they will play Scotland in the first round of the championship bracket. Santana and Michael on the draw. It's still loose, still a battle. Picked up by Porter. Porter. Santana up top. Lob. The far goal line extended. Jock now sends it near side to Bomberry. Lazor and Miller keep it moving. They work it back to Bomberry near goal line extended. Porter. Santana up top. Flip. Back to Lazor. Lazor a flip to Bomberry. Bomberry a flip to Santana. And a whistle away from the ball. Gets set. Bomberry on the free position. Bounces a shot by Silgaera. It's 16-2 with 13:49 to go.
With 3.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter, the score Japan 4, Switzerland 0.
As off the free position, Bomberry tallies another. That is her second of the day.
Number 17, Timea Bomberry.
As Haudenosaunee going full steam ahead into their first round matchup with Scotland tomorrow at noon. Argentina keeping it light on the sideline though. Look at Gross, Escudero, and Recaberin there. Goalie change for Haudenosaunee. Santana picks it up. Now in goal for Haudenosaunee is Fantasy Jimerson Kanjakati. On the far sideline, Michael trapped, gets away from it. And now turnover to Haudenosaunee. Santana fires all across the field. Doesn't have all the gas though, and White picks it off. Miller went for a nifty underhanded check there. Got too much of the hand though. White on the restart. White. Takes it wide behind the net. Now in front, White denied. Ball loose in front. Foul against Argentina on that ground ball. In the stick now of Beretta Santana. Santana lobs it up the field to Lazor. Santana on the far side. Behind the net. Minard. Porter now. Pass inside. Santana looking for room. Fires. And bangs it in off the post. 17-2. Under 11 minutes to go in the fourth. Goal scored by Santana.
Haudenosaunee goal, number
That
one,
is her
Ivy Santana with an assist by number
first goal of the day.
Dawn Porter.
Or second goal of the day, excuse me. She's up to 7 now in the tournament. Getting set for the draw is Cook for Haudenosaunee. White for Argentina. In and out of the stick, and now picked back up by Garlow. Garlow spins back. Throw behind to Santana. Cook sends it to Lazor. Lazor runs around, throws it near goal line extended. Santana, here's Frink back into the game for the first time in a while, and she keeps it moving. Cook a flip back to Lazor. Scanlon. Pass inside for Frink. And a free position coming for Price. Scanlon back in the game as well. Price looks in. Price, pass, and a goal. Garlow cutting through the middle, scores it to make it 18-2 with 8.5 to go in the fourth. Garlow for her. That is her fourth, I believe.
Haudenosaunee goal, number 18, Lois
It is.
Garlow with an
Assist by
21,
Price.
Paisley Cook.
Or by Cook, excuse me. That is 3 assists now for Cook. Looking at the draw controls now, as we've been here a bit, Haudenosaunee starting to really separate themselves there in that category, 15-7. Cook. And White on the draw, bounces. Picked up by Trice, but lost it. And now is Torres with it. As Torres goes forward. Cuts in front by herself, backhanded shot, skips wide, nice idea. Jimerson Kanjakity with it. Deep pass. Reeled in by Cook. Cook can't complete it to Scanlon. Frink gets the pass on the restart, far goal line extended. Scanlon to Miller. Garlow sends it back to Frink, near side this time. Frink behind the net. Scans the defense. Garlow near side. Garlow directing traffic. That's Paige Crandall playing out of the goal and playing some attack now. Had a solid performance to start things off in goal. Getting set on the restart. Crandall. Garlow looks again for Crandall. They are trying to get her a goal. Crandall on the restart. Gives to Frink. Frink out to Scanlon on the far side. Lob back to Garlow. Garlow drives. And they draw the free position. It'll be Garlow. Garlow looking in. Lob to Crandall. Crandall shoots. Saved. And picked up by Peñalosa. It was a big save by De Jesus. Peñalosa flying up the near sideline. Passes back towards middle. Lucille Gaera. Trouble. Back the other way now. Cook. Long pass to Crandall. Crandall steps into it. Saved again by De Jesus. It'll stay. It'll turn over to Argentina. On the restart now. Gross loses it, taken away by Scanlon. Pass centered to Garlow. Frink on the near side. Crandall now behind the goal. Right back to Frink. Reverse to Garlow. Crandall on the doorstep. Shoots low. Tipped away again by De Jesus. Frink. Pass up top. Garlow. Draws the shooting space. Garlow. Pass to Crandall. Low shot. And it's in. Crandall's got a goal. Makes it 19-2 with just over 3 minutes to go. Paige Crandall scores a goal. The goalie, who is now playing attack. And they'll pull her out. Crandall with the goal. The assist from Garlow. 19-2. So we get set now for the draw. Ball's up. Scanlon. Takes off. Behind Santana. Scanlon near goal line extended. Lob. Two players went for it for Haudenosaunee. They come away with it as Lazor. Behind the back pass to Scanlon. Scanlon retreats a little now. Lazor driving, is fouled, free position coming. Lazor looks in at De Jesus. Fakes a shot, shoots a big save, De Jesus. And now her pass is tipped. Putback is in. Lazor, 20-2 with a minute and a half to play. So Lazor on the free position. The save is made by De Jesus, and then she goes to clear it, and the pass got tipped.
19.
And Lazor
Jacelyn Lazor.
able to clean it up and bury it home. Push the lead to 20-2. Set on the draw, ball's up. Quickly up the field was White. Pass to O'Neal on the near side. O'Neal. Wraps around the far side. O'Neal looking things over, a minute to go. Otero. And a pass skips under the stick of White and out of bounds. Lazor with it. Long pass. Completed. Keep it moving up to Porter. 30 seconds.
Red flag on the field, red flag.
Pass. As Haudenosaunee looks to settle it down. Porter. Lazor. Miller. Near goal line extended, 5 seconds, and Miller looks back at the clock and we'll watch it expire, and that'll do it. So pool play is complete for Argentina and Haudenosaunee. Haudenosaunee the winners here. 20-2 over Argentina. They will play Scotland in the championship bracket first round tomorrow at noon as we move into championship play here at the 2022 World Lacrosse Women's Championship. Haudenosaunee winners 20-2 here on ESPN+.